Well, hello. It is your mental performance coach, EPOPs. I was listening to something pretty extraordinary, and it kind of connected back to something I deal with my students, not my clients. I had a student who came to me recently and was saying, I have exam anxiety. And I said, yeah, lots of people have anxiety around performing, around doing things that are hard. But come and chat with me. There's a couple other students who are going through the same thing, and we're going to talk about what are some tools we can do to manage this. And she said, no, you don't understand. I have exam anxiety. Like, I have that. And I said, yeah, lots of people have anxiety around a lot of different things. If you think about the astronauts that went into space, wow, right? They're in a little tin thing about the size of a VW Beetle. So how did they learn to deal with their anxiety about huge unknowns, about lots of stuff that was potentially out of their control? So what did they do? NASA had them practice day in, day out, over and over and over again, from the time they got out of bed, what they had for breakfast, how they got to their destination, everything except the actual launch. They practiced it a lot, and they practiced for the things that could go wrong a lot, all the possibilities, because anxiety comes from the unknown and being out of our comfort zone. There's some great things that come from that. Growth comes from that. But the power, the control, the ability to manage those things comes from practice, from doing, from rehearsing. And if you're willing to do that work, you have control. The other thing that I think that I do with my athletes who have performance anxiety is we talk about signal lights or stoplights. So Ken Revisa's stuff, which is extraordinary and has been used initially for baseball players, but it's been tweaked for lots of different sports, and it's enormous for all of us. What are my signal lights? When things are going great and I'm green and everything's perfect. Or it's not so perfect, but I know exactly what to do. I've been here before. I can handle this. What's your self-talk like? What about when you get into yellow lights and things are going not so well? Do you have strategies to get yourself back into green? Equally, or maybe even more important, do you have the awareness to recognize when you're getting into yellow, when your self-talk is really bad, when your posture isn't so good? Can you prevent yourself from going full-fledged downhill, snowballing away into red and get from yellow back to green? There are strategies that we teach in mental performance, and guess what? We rehearse and we practice and we do it again. And then we say in practice, okay, so if this not great thing happened, how are you feeling? Yellow lights. Great. So what are you going to do to get back into green? And the same thing happens with exam anxiety. If you have done the work, you've done the practice, you prepared for the worst, because things happen twice, first in your mind, then in reality. Thank you, Brian Kane. You have done the homework so that you can manage that, and you have the ability to release those yellow lights and get back into green and be, I can handle this. I can roll with this. I know what to do. A lot of that anxiety, it's not so overwhelming. Do you have the awareness to stop the chatter? Do you have the ability to stop that rapid descent to red lights in the place we really don't want to be? Because your power, your control is in your performance. It is up to you, and you need to do the work, and mental performance gives you the tools. So I hope you'll continue to follow us. I hope you'll continue to watch EPOP's Mental Performance on YouTube. And I hope you'll take a workshop soon so that you can learn about what those tools are, and invest in yourself. Become a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. And you set yourself up for success to be even better tomorrow than you are today. Awareness is step one. Do the work. Wishing you the most awesome ride ahead. This is your mental performance coach, EPOPs.